Samsung's newest software update, One UI 8, is already available on the Galaxy Z Fold 7 and Galaxy Z Flip 7. These new foldables come pre-installed with One UI 8, which is based on Android 16 and brings several useful improvements. But surprisingly, Samsung's latest flagship phones, the Galaxy S25 series, are still running the older One UI 7. Many users expected the S25 lineup to receive the stable One UI 8 update shortly after the foldables, but that hasn't happened yet, and Samsung hasn't announced an official release date either. One UI 8 isn't a complete overhaul like One UI 7 was, but it still offers meaningful upgrades. There are smarter AI tools, an improved DeX mode for desktop-like usage, enhancements to the Now Brief and Now Bar, and new customization options within the Good Lock modules. These refinements aim to give users a smoother, more polished experience. Overall, now, you might be wondering, why are Samsung's most premium non-foldable phones being left behind? It turns out that Samsung began beta testing One UI 8 for the Galaxy S25 series back in May. Since then, they've released 3 beta versions, each spaced about 2 weeks apart. After the third beta, users were hopeful that the stable update would arrive soon, but instead of releasing it, Samsung announced through its Korean community forum that a 4th beta is still in the works. It's expected to roll out next week. In that announcement, Samsung apologized for the delay and explained that they're taking extra time to ensure the update is fully stable and bug-free. That's great for avoiding issues down the road, but it also means S25 owners will have to wait even longer to experience the new features. What's even more surprising is that Samsung has already started testing One UI 8 on older Galaxy S20 for models in the US and Canada. That means there's a real possibility that last year's phones might receive the update before the newer Galaxy S25 series. This has left many S25 users confused and frustrated about Samsung's update priorities. Typically, the newest Galaxy S models are supposed to be the first to receive major updates. But this time, the newly launched foldables got the update first, while the flagship S25 is lagging behind. What makes this even more puzzling is the fact that the Z Fold 7 and Z Flip 7 were launched just 6 months after the S25 series, and yet they shipped with One UI 8 from day one. This isn't the first time Samsung's software rollout strategy has raised questions. With One UI 7, the company also made last-minute changes to the release schedule, leading to confusion among users, and now, history seems to be repeating itself with One UI 8. If we look at Apple for comparison, their software update process is much more predictable. Every year, new iPhones are launched with the latest iOS version in the fall, and beta testing begins right after their annual WWDC event in the spring. There's a clear timeline, and users know exactly when to expect both the beta and the final versions. Samsung, on the other hand, hasn't been as consistent, especially with its flagship S-series devices. That inconsistency is a major concern for some Galaxy S25 users. While some don't mind waiting a bit longer to get a more stable experience, others are frustrated by the lack of communication and shifting timelines. After all, if you're spending top dollar on a premium phone, you expect to get timely updates, especially when lower-tier or older devices are catching up or even moving ahead. Interestingly, the third beta of One UI 8 on the Galaxy S25 was actually seen as quite stable by many testers. That raised hopes that the final release was right around the corner. But now, with Samsung deciding to push out a 4th beta, it seems they're aiming to fix some last-minute issues or optimize performance even more. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. If this extra time results in a smoother, bug-free experience, it could be worth the wait. But Samsung definitely needs to improve how it communicates these delays to users. Being more transparent would go a long way in keeping customers happy. For now, there's no confirmed date for when the stable One UI 8 update will arrive for the Galaxy S25 series. If the 4th beta proves stable, we could see the final release sometime in August. But again, there's no official confirmation. So what should S25 users do in the meantime? If you prefer a clean and trouble-free experience, it's best to wait for the stable version. But if you're curious about the new features and don't mind a few bugs, the beta version is still available to try. Overall, this situation highlights a larger issue with how Samsung handles its software updates. Hopefully, going forward, they'll bring more consistency and clarity to their rollout plans, especially for their top-tier devices like the Galaxy S25. Until then, all eyes are on the upcoming 4th beta. Let's see if it finally sets the Stage for the stable version. As soon as Samsung shares more news, we'll keep you updated.